Welcome to our daily show. It is yesterday at the World Cup, and it is Nigeria Super Fans Forum. Welcome wherever you are joining us from around the world. My name is Boulaye. So quickly, I will look at what happened, what went down yesterday at the ongoing 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. And yesterday, Senegal got Africa's first victory, and it was a sweet 3-1 over the host. So Qatar are out of the tournament after spending almost $300 billion building stadium and putting infrastructure in place. Unfortunately, the hosts are out of the tournament. So quickly, we'll run through the results of games played yesterday. I think the surprise was Wales losing to Iran. And of course, it went down, of course, 2-0. Then Qatar, like we said, they lost 3-1 to Senegal, and the Netherlands and Ecuador. It seems they came to this tournament with something to prove. Of course, they forced the Netherlands to 1-0 draw. And finally, I don't know, the master and the servant, I don't know, England versus USA. Of course, a lot of people did not know that England actually colonized the United States of America. So that game ended 0-0. So I have joining me, Mohammed Muntari and James Agbere via video. So we'll quickly do this together. Guys, welcome to yesterday at the World Cup on Nigeria Super Fans Forum.
Thank you, Femi. Good morning.
Thank you, Femi. Always a pleasure.
Okay, so guys, quickly, let's start with I think we should start with Wales versus Iran. James, were you surprised with that result? Very quickly.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised because when we presented the game, we kind of tilted to Wales, of their big names and not as if the parade stars apart from the likes of Diedhiou and Aaron Ramsey, and a few ones, and from the game against England, Iran, we also watched how the English team battered the Iranians. So we thought, okay, maybe Wales will continue from where England saw, but we were very surprised they handled the Wales team, So in a way, they've kind of put themselves back on track for qualification. And the significance about their third game now, they're playing against the USA. I remember the last time when they both met, that was 1998, and Iran won 2-1. So the two of them, the both teams crashed out in the group stage back then, 1998. So for me, the result was, like I said, it came as a surprise. I never expected the West team to succumb to Iran. But I mean, that's some of the things we've been seeing in this World Cup, unexpected results. So they put themselves in a position whereby their destiny is in their hands. So the game against USA, I think a draw might even still be enough for them. So it was a good one for the Iranians and also for their coach, Carlos Queiroz.
Okay, Kayode, very quickly, before I will allow you to comment on the Netherlands and Ecuador game, do you think the experience of Carlos Queiroz, the experience is really helping the Iranian? Because, of course, even against England, they were able to score 2 goals. Do you think it played a part in that victory over Wales?
Well, it sure did, because if you want to take away the influence of the coach, of the manager in the victory, then you should not blame him when the team doesn't do well. There's always a factor. The coach factor is always evidence in anything. But let me quickly say that the Welsh team have not been particularly impressive. They ran away with the lucky 1-1 draw against USA in their first game, which for me was not a true reflection of what transpired in the game. They were lucky they got the penalty, the late penalty, and Garibay scored it. But for me, they were second best all through the game. And it particularly showed in the game against Iran, because this game was 0-0 at 90 minutes for me. There were 8 minutes of in the added time, and in that 8 minutes, in fact, in the last 3 minutes of added time was when they conceded 2 goals. It showed in this that they are not they are not as formidable as we think, despite the sprinkle of well-known players that they have. Then their results and the 0-0 draw between the USA and England creates a very, very interesting scenario in the group. That means technically everybody in the group still has a chance of qualifying. If Wales beat England by any scores, they will be on 4 points. And that means they are able to go through. In the other game between Iran and USA, Iran needs a draw to get to 4 points. They will go along with Wales to the next round. If USA needs a win of any color, they will go ahead and do it. And you know what? The team that has impressed me the most in that group, if you ask me, will be the USA.
USA.
Yeah, they actually took England. They taught England the footballing lesson yesterday, and it was just by sheer luck that the game ended 0-0. So for me, it's finally balanced in that group. And to now answer your question about what do you call it, Netherlands and Ecuador, I think I posted something on Facebook and on Twitter too that I think I have been impressed with these Ecuadorians by their mentality, their set play and approach game. The way they approach games and the mentality that they have, that they are not, you cannot say you have gotten the better of us until we say we are done. And they showed it again and again against the Netherlands. So that result that they have, and by the way, Enner Valencia, their captain, has scored 6 consecutive goals now, and he has tied the World Cup record. And what that means is that their result against the Netherlands yesterday put Senegal in a very, very difficult situation. Now Senegal must, by fair or foul means, beat them in order to be able to qualify. They must beat them in order to be able to qualify. That is where the problem is. And the Senegalese do it. My head says no, but my heart says yes, Femi. My heart says yes. Being an African, I think they should be able to do it. Although I noticed some naivety in the play of the Senegalese in their game against Qatar. Playing against Qatar, there were some naiveties in their game. So you can now expect them, what would they do against a top team like Ecuador? Yeah, because Ecuador will come at them like the typical South American. Whatever you want, they will serve you double. They won't they won't risk. And they have battle-hardened players, maybe. So probably they are one of the most underrated teams in this in that group, in the competition as a whole. But they have played well. They have set up well, and the general ambience around the team, the way they play and everything, shows me that this team is capable of doing great things. I'm not saying they're going to win the World Cup, but they are capable of going very, very far.
Okay, James, let's look at that game. I wasn't even expecting Qatar or Senegal to allow Qatar to get a goal. You know, bearing in mind that I remember they emphasized during our preview that they have to beat Qatar silly. So I think a 3-0 will have done them a whole lot of good, but they allowed Qatar to get a goal. And like how they have said that there are lapses in that Senegalese side. And if you are playing a very tough side like the Ecuadorians, they're going to exploit those things. So do you think Senegal still has a chance of qualifying with all these factors put together?
They have a chance, but I think now it's a bit 50. I think I can say it's 50-50 now for them, because the game against Qatar, in the scoreline, when they allowed Qatar to score, I was not happy, because my calculation was that okay, if they beat Qatar like 3-0, then I was praying for the Netherlands to beat Ecuador. They maybe choose because of the goals difference, so that by the time they go into that game, they will just need a draw. I never wanted Senegal to go into that last game looking for a win, because playing against South American team, I mean, you know how difficult it's going to be. So the situation they are in now is win or you are out. And for the Ecuadorians, they know that the draw is enough for them to go through. And it's also what they did against Netherlands. So Senegal, they have their work cut out now. They just have to go all out now and cut out any silly mistakes and make sure their game plan, they make sure they execute it to the letter. It's about scoring now. Whatever scoreline will be enough for them. So I believe they have what it takes to overcome Ecuador, but I mean, they're going to do whatever they've been doing before, they have to do extra hard now. They have to do the extra mile. Now everything is going to be extra for them. Now they have to battle, they have to fight, they have to start to do everything to make sure they come out victorious. I believe they can do it, but I mean, it's going to be very tough. They know that they're going to, it's like a final they're going to play now, big final for them. And let's just hope to come out victorious.
Okay, Kyle, let's look at a fixture today for Africa. Of course, Tunisia will be playing Australia. And in their first game, I think Tunisia, they surprised a lot of us because initially we didn't give the North Africans any chance at this tournament. But in the game, and Morocco played against Croatia, and of course, Tunisia against Denmark, we saw that they are very compact. And of course, Kyle, you've praised them right here on Nigeria's Fan Story about how they've been able to be very compact. Now they are playing Australia. Australia lost the first game against France 4-1, while Tunisia were able to get a draw against Denmark. Now going into this game between the two of them, who one of us thought were going to be the whipping team of the whipping team in this group, are we also expecting that Tunisia will be able to get Africa's second victory today?
They are condemned to get that victory, Femi. This is their best chance of getting a win in this group, and if they're able to lock down a win now, they would have done their chances of qualifying a whole lot of good, because in the other game, France will be meeting Denmark. All things being considered, we expect France to beat Denmark. We're not sure. If things work according to plan and France are able to beat Denmark, Denmark will be left with 1 point. If Tunisia beats Australia, Tunisia will be on 4 points. That's a massive 3-point advantage over them. And by the time they're going to play France, they would have been able to secure that spot. At least they will be placeholders until the final group games are played. And by then, France would have qualified. So they could kind of lower their pressure on Tunisia, and maybe they could get something from the game. But if they do not secure a win, Femi, if Tunisia fail to beat Australia today, then I think they should just pack their load and go back home, because I don't see them qualifying any longer. Their best choice, their best shot at qualifying is to beat Australia. And do I think they can do it? Yeah. Am I saying this because I'm African? No. I've seen the level of organization of the Tunisian team. I've seen their focus and tactical discipline. They stand a very good chance against the Australian. Fine, Australia will come at them. But what will win ultimately at the end of the day will be their organization, their focus, their tactical discipline. If they're able to maintain, and tell me, there's something I've noticed about the North Africans now, Morocco and Tunisia, consistently, what they have over Cameroon, Senegal, and Ghana is that they tend to keep the shape of their team, no matter the pressure, no matter the level of opposition that they get at every stage in the game. So if they're able to do that against this Australian team, soak the pressure, keep your shape, manage the game well, I'm telling you, Femi, I see no reason why Tunisia should not account for this Australia. I see no reason.
Yeah. James, we have just 30 seconds to go now. Would you be putting your money on Tunisia to get Africa's second victory?
Yeah, hopefully. I can't say 100% sure they will get it, because Australia too, they want to bounce back from the defeat against France. So they have a big say also in the game. So for me, it's just for Tunisia to try and get their scoring boots. No matter how good, how well you play and all your organization and whatever, if you don't score goals, I mean, all those things just fruited. So what they need to add to their game is to start scoring goals. They had some decent chances against Denmark, which they didn't take. So if you don't put away your chances, I mean, you're going nowhere. So hopefully they were able to get Africa's second victory, so that by the time they go into the game against France, at least the points should be enough for them.
Okay. So our fans around the world, of course, tomorrow Morocco will be playing, and that same tomorrow we'll be bringing you an extensive preview of Ghana's game against South Korea. I meant to say South Korea. Remember that the two of them will be playing on Monday. So, and Ghana, Africa needs that victory. We really need that victory against the Koreans. Remember that it's more like a beef game. Agaudia said they have it's one of their last two finals. Remember, Uruguay is still waiting for them. So Ghana, have to go into that game with a lot of confidence and get the 3 points. So tomorrow we're bringing you an extensive preview of that Ghana game and of course what is happening in the camp of the Black Stars as they also prepare for that game. Guys, thank you for coming on our daily program yesterday at the World Cup. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Femi. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Femi.
Okay, all right, guys. Okay, so our fans around the world, thank you for sticking with Nigeria Super Fans Forum until tomorrow again when we come to talk about Morocco's game as well as the preview of Ghana game. We'll see all of you tomorrow. Bye for now.